Virus emergency. The federal government is sending a team to Kirkland to take a deep dive into what happened inside a rehab facility that is now the epicenter of the local outbreak. And good evening, I'm Monique Minglavin.
I'm Steve Rabel. The vice president is also traveling to Washington to see the response firsthand. Washington state is now up to 10 deaths, 39 cases overall. This is a quarter of all the cases in the entire country right now. Today, the first death outside of Washington state was reported in California.
And we have team coverage starting with Eastside reporter Allison Grandy. She's at Life Care of Kirkland. And Allison, really distraught relatives turn to you to get some answers about what is going on. And now the state has sent in doctors.
Monique, they were worried that their loved ones would die here before they were even tested for the virus. Now, today, the health department sent 2 doctors in here to check out patients and examine the level of care. Tomorrow, the feds will have a team of doctors here taking a look at Life Care Center of Kirkland. Now, according to the feds, we're trying to figure out why this took so long. And here's the answer. King County Health says the care center led them to believe they could handle it on their own.
We couldn't understand why it is that they have waited to test everyone, since this is the center of what's been going on.
Carmen Gray and her sister came to check on their mom at Life Care Center of Kirkland through the window. Susan Haley is 76 years old.
She's got shortness of breath, she has cough, but it's markedly worse than it was yesterday.
They still don't think enough is being done to stop the spread of coronavirus inside the skilled nursing center.
Just now when we were standing there at the door, there was a resident sitting there in her wheelchair, holding her little stuffed cat or whatever it was. No mask on her, out of her room. Now everybody's supposed to be in isolation.
Of 10 new coronavirus cases announced today, 9 of them are linked to the care center. Day after day, aid cars are transporting more patients. Now there are 10 coronavirus deaths in Washington. 8 were patients here.
She told me yesterday that she felt like she was being held at gunpoint, that they're keeping her here until she's super sick. So she's scared. She's frustrated.
We took the complaints of frustrated family members to the governor.
In Kirkland, they're telling us that inside that center, the care is inadequate.
I know the Department of Health is doing everything they can to assist, to increase the confidence of these families that everything is being done.
This afternoon, Public Health apologized to the families for not responding to their emails and calls for help.
I understand that they are very concerned, and rightly so, about the health of their loved ones in the facility, and I want them to know that I am as well.
He promised everyone in the care facility would be tested soon.
And they're not going to test everyone today, but they're going to start.
Now, the health department says it found a community partner who can come here and test patients inside the care facilities. Families have been complaining to me that they can't get through to anyone here at the care center to tell them how their loved ones are doing. So just today, the care center sent up a separate call line for those people to call and check on those patients. Live in Kirkland, Allison Grandy, Cairo 7 News.
Hopefully those calls are getting answered. Thank you, Allison. Now, so far, mostly older adults have been impacted by COVID-19. But today, a positive diagnosis closed down an elementary school in Bothell. And Cairo 7's Amy Clancy is live outside Woodmore right now. She's talked to parents, and they must be concerned, Amy.
Well, by the time we arrived here this afternoon, campus here was nearly as empty as it is right now. Take a look, not even a car in sight, because by the time we got here, parents had already received emails, phone calls, and texts letting them know that a parent volunteer here tested positive for coronavirus. Some parents had to scramble to find childcare after Woodmore Elementary notified them that students may have been exposed to coronavirus by a parent volunteer, so the school was closing its doors at least until Friday. The news meant 6-year-old kindergartner Kyler Wallace's dad picked him up early from school today. How do you feel about being out of school?
Good. Well, being that Kirkland is kind of ground zero, it was kind of just a matter of time, I think, before something like this occurred.
Today, guardians learned that a parent volunteer that tested positive for coronavirus had been in a Woodmore classroom Monday and at the art walk on Friday. Did you pick your kids up early today?
Oh, yes, yeah.
This mom didn't want to show her face, but said she's not only concerned for the health of her 2 youngest children who attend Woodmore, but also for her teenage son who goes to Juanita High.
Well, of course I'm scared. I have a kid, the one in high school, this 14-year-old here, he has asthma, and I know it's a respiratory, and it's just a matter of him not being careful too, that he can get sick, because his immune system is not as great as ours.
Woodmore will be closed for deep cleaning tomorrow. And how are you feeling about that?
I'm fine. Yeah. They're doing what, needs to be done.
Back to live now, and parents told us that, of course, there is concern about whose kids were in that classroom with that parent volunteer. And they told us the parents of those children will be notified individually. So far, none of the parents we spoke with have received that particular phone call, email, or text. Reporting live in Bothell, Amy Clancy, Cairo 7 News.
Cairo 7 was first to learn the location of a motel where coronavirus patients will soon be isolated. King County purchased the Econo Lodge in Kent. Cairo 7's Dee Dee Sun went there this morning and checked in. She's there to give us a live look now inside. Dee Dee.
Well, Steve, this morning, even employees in this office had no idea about the sale. And in fact, you can still book a room. And so we did. And let me take you inside to show you what it looks like. So this is the room that we booked here. Inside it is a fairly standard motel room. But what does make this unique? Take a look at this air system right here. Because this is a standalone air system, it means there's no air circulating between different rooms inside this motel. And that was one of the reasons why the King County bought it. However, the city of Kent tells me it had no idea the county had plans to house COVID-19 patients here.
We heard a rumor.
Kent Mayor Dana Ralph said that's how the city heard Monday. The Econo Lodge would be used as an isolation site for coronavirus patients. She had to call the county to confirm the plans.
It's surprising and frustrating. One of the things that we've consistently asked for as a city in dealing with any of our partners, the county, the state, is transparency and openness, and willing to have a dialogue.
News Drone 7 shows you where it is. The county bought the motel for $4 million. It's right off Highway 167 and has 85 beds. The county says it selected this place because each room has doors straight to the outside instead of a hallway and separate air systems. The city of Kent says it understands the need.
We all play a role in the response to the coronavirus, each and every city in this county. And we want the county's response to this crisis to be successful.
But the mayor and the city's first responders have major concerns, saying they've had no time to prepare.
Based on what we have been told on how this facility will be utilized, the risk to the community could be very significant.
I took an oath to protect our community, which is why I cannot support this ill-advised and dangerous plan by King County.
The city is worried about how the site will be secured. The mayor says her understanding, isolation here will be voluntary.
There's nothing in place that they can force people to stay there.
That as the county pledges to get the motel ready for patients as soon as possible.
We're working with the community and hope to have it operational within days.
The mayor and city leaders want to know whether there will be fencing, what kind of security, whether nearby businesses will be notified. But this afternoon, the county had limited answers.
The process of transitioning it and getting it stand up is still underway, and we're going to be figuring that over the next few days. The motel's hard surfaces and seamless floors are another reason why the county says it purchased this hotel. Now, yesterday we showed you another isolation site in White Center. That was where that first modular unit was installed. Well, today we also learned there will be more modular units installed in both Inner Bay and North Seattle. Live in White Center, Dee Dee Sun, Cairo 7 News.
Well, new at 5, a possible vaccine takes a step forward, and now researchers are looking for volunteers. Kaiser Permanente's Washington Health Research Institute got the go-ahead to start a clinical trial from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. They're testing a drug made by Moderna. That's a Massachusetts-based company, and they are now looking for healthy adults living in the Seattle area between 18 and 55 years of age. If you would like to apply or would like more information, we posted a link on our Cairo 7 News app.
The University of Washington is using its lab to help process more tests for coronavirus, and that's already making a difference. Cairo 7's Ryan Sims is there live tonight. And Ryan, public health officials say they think more people will be asking their doctors to test them.
That's right. They expect a lot more people to be asking for it. That's because just today the feds loosened rules on who could get tested. What that means is that doctors, even at quick care centers like this, could be sending out tests much more than they've done up until now. The CDC now says anyone with a fever, cough, or breathing problems can be tested for coronavirus with one key rule.
Really, it comes down to a physician's decision for ordering the test.
Faced with a sudden, desperate need for testing, UW scientists got to work. A few days ago, they received permission to start performing coronavirus tests right here in this lab. Since Monday, they've conducted 200 tests, with a lot more to go.
We've had a small victory that we have this testing available, but it's likely that the local epidemic is growing, and we don't know how big it's going to go.
Scientists say the benefits of having UW's tests are twofold. First, UW is able to run tests quickly as the demand goes up, and two, as patients get their results, UW doctors will learn more about how the virus is spread.
We do hope to meet all the need for people who are sick as they enter into the healthcare system.
Already, so fast, there's reason to suggest their efforts are paying off. In just a few days, UW has run more tests than the state's own medical lab. And scientists here say they believe they could eventually handle 1,000 tests every single day. Precious time saved as the virus continues to spread. And this isn't really a surprise. UW researchers say that their main focus is handling cases here in Western Washington. Having said that, though, this impacts labs across the country because they are receiving tests from other states as far away as Florida. We're live in Belltown tonight. Ryan Sims, Cairo 7 News.